Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. No wait, wrong video. Welcome to another video. We're going to be looking at this Advent PC. It's a Pentium 4. It's got an NVIDIA graphics card and it's got these interesting sort of design, silver and blue on the sides. We're going to have a look what's inside and see what we find. We've got a memory card reader here, smart media, compact flash, etc. We've got two USB ports, firewire and audio down at the bottom, power button here, hard drive light, and I think we've either got one or two optical drives here. We'll have a look when we switch it on, assuming we get that far and assuming it all works. On the top we've got a sticker. It's an Advent system, and the sticker lets us know that it's got a Pentium 4. It's a 2.3 gigahertz, quite high end for a Pentium 4, FSB 800, 512 meg DDR, 160 gig hard drive. Don't know if that's still there. Oh, it's got a 16-speed DVD drive, an 8-speed DVD rewriter, and a GeForce FX 550 256 meg, and TV tuner. So looks like quite a high spec system. It's quite heavy, and yeah, let's have a look at the back and see what we've got here. Okay, it's definitely marked the table. It's got metal feet and it looks like all the sort of rubber feet are missing. Power supply with a switch that doesn't switch off. Got an extra fan here, and they've covered up the onboard video because it's got this video card. And then we've got 6 USB ports, which is quite a lot. Audio, network, printer, and keyboard, mouse. And then we've got what looks like a Wi-Fi card here. Then we have got TV tuner, all sorts of S-video and TV cable connections. And then we've got, as always, a modem at the bottom. So let's open it up and have a look inside. So we've got 2 screws on the side, and this side panel should just slide off. Okay, so we've got quite a dusty system here, and let me just switch on some light and just trying to have a quick look at these capacitors to see if there's anything that looks bad, but apart from it being quite dusty, kind of looks okay. We've got a 20 pin motherboard connection here for the power, but it's also got the extra connection, so it's a 24 pin power supply. This looks like an EZ Cool 400 watt super silent, so hopefully we'll see if it is actually silent. Feels kind of budget. And then we've got 80 pin IDE for the hard drive and 2 optical drives, 1 memory stick here. This heatsink looks, not heatsink, this graphics card looks quite nice. Heatsink here, very dusty. So should we have a look at the TV card and the graphics card? This is quite neat. You can undo this, and this looks like this slides out, so you can sort of put another drive under there if needed. And yeah, let's have a look at this graphics card. It's an AGP graphics card, and the motherboard is a P4i65G. It says Prescott 800. Okay, so this is the graphics card. Fan still works, even though there is a serious amount of dust in there. So it'll be a good idea to clean that up before actually using it. Apart from the dust, if it was cleaner, this looks quite nice. So let's look at the TV tuner card. You can sort of see the Wi-Fi adapter here, PCI card. And this is the TV tuner, AV TV Studio 303P. Some of these later cards you could get ones that could tune digital like Freeview channels. I don't know if this is one, I'd have to have a look. But yeah, they were popular for a while, but aren't so popular anymore. Okay, so should we check if this power supply works with a power supply tester before switching it on? I've disconnected all the power cables. There's also a floppy drive in here, and yeah, I've just disconnected all these power cables. It's got one of these connected to this fan at the back, also very dusty. So let's connect the power cable. And I'm going to use this power supply tester, and I may as well connect all of the connections. Okay, so I'm going to plug the power cable in now. And that noise is the power supply. It is no longer super silent, but instead has a very noisy fan in there. So, even though the power supply works, it's not going to be a very pleasant experience using this PC with this power supply. So we're gonna just take this out basically before powering up the PC, and I've switched it off. But the power switch at the back of the power supply does not work at all. Yeah. Right, let's take this power supply out. Okay, so one more screw, we can take this out. And disconnect this fan. And this is how dusty. Oh, that's gross. That's really gross. That is how dusty this power supply is. So, yeah, here's some numbers, just in case you're interested. High efficiency, low noise and ripple, short circuit protection, 100% burn-in, vibration test, high pot test, leakage current test. So they're trying to make a reasonable power supply. It was a little bit cheap, but apart from the fan, it's probably all right. And you know, it still works apart from the noise, so it can't be all that bad. This is interesting. This motherboard sort of tray is quite high up. I can put my finger behind the motherboard, which is not very common. The capacitors look reasonable, so we should probably be okay. If I was gonna take more time, I'd probably vacuum it all out, but I'll see if it works first before spending a lot of time on it. Just gonna check this fan works. Yeah, that spins freely. I wonder how easy it is to remove and clean this, because this is going to remove the whole heatsink. But not the processor, so that's good. We've got a copper heatsink. That's a nice sign. These Pentium 4s can get very hot, and we may as well put some fresh thermal paste on here, because why not? It is hard and gooey. You can sort of hear the this, which means there's a lot of really small little, there's basically a texture to this, and that's what thermal paste is for. A texture is going to have lots of little dents in it and dimples and grooves, and that's what thermal paste is for, to fill those in so that it's not just trapping air, and then that helps with the heat transfer from the processor to this. And I think this really does need a thorough clean, but yeah, I'm going to check it works before spending a lot of time on this. And this is a close-up of the processor. And we can also sort of see these capacitors, which look okay, apart from the dust. Memory is also very dusty. And oh, it's an ASRock motherboard. See it down here. Not sure if you can see it on the camera. Oh, it does have SATA somewhere. Oh yeah, down Down here we've got a SATA, and it's the first generation SATA, which means it doesn't have any kind of clever clips that you get on modern stuff. So these were pretty terrible, you know, if you knock a cable it just sort of falls off. Got the modem at the bottom, which I'll probably just take out just because there's no point leaving a modem in there these days. And this is the modem, which is another AGERE modem. Okay, I'm going to put some thermal paste on. I'm just going to use MX2. And I'll see if I can reattach this heatsink without too much stress after the last video. So we've got the same thing happening. You've probably spotted it, but maybe you haven't. Got a clip here, got a clip here, got a clip here. Do not have a clip here. This one is missing, which is super frustrating, because yeah, like in the other video, if you need to replace this, you need to take the motherboard out, and these are specific or quite specific to each heatsink. If you see here, this has got these sort of clamps that grab onto them, and yeah, it's not good. Normally if you look for sort of Pentium 4 heatsinks on eBay, you're just going to find this bit. You're very rarely going to get it with the bracket that it kind of needs when these are broken. So yeah, these Pentium 4 systems are going to get rare if this keeps happening. But anyway, we will try and put this on and see if it does a good enough job of attaching and keeping this CPU cool. Just doing the thermal paste squish, and let's have a quick look at it. Let's give it a bit of a better spread. This heatsink's quite heavy as well, so you can kind of understand why I would pull on these clips and then they would break. Right, let's see what happens with this. So we've got a heatsink attached, and we've got it attached with 3 of the 4 clips, and that might be enough, but then again, it might not. We might end up with a PC that overheats when it gets too hot or when it gets to do too much stuff. So yeah, not great. And yeah, like I was saying, need to check it works before spending a lot of time cleaning this. So I'm going to put the power supply in that I've got and we'll see what we get. And we'll go into the BIOS to check the temperatures. Basically, that'll be the first thing I do. Going with this Corsair VS450 power supply again, because I know it works and I haven't had any problems with it so far. It's got, you know, both SATA and Molex connections, so it's fine for old systems like this. And it does also have, you know, modern connections for graphics cards, PSUs, etc. Move everything out of the way so we can see what we're doing. Taking the extra 4 pins off the main motherboard connection because we don't need them. And we're going to need the graphics card. Okay, so I'm going to put that in now that I've got rid of some of the dust. Okay, should we connect up the optical drives just in case there's anything in the in there? Might be a CD drive or CDs or whatever. There's one connect up the power for the hard drive. So I've also connected up this fan at the back. I'm gonna connect some more stuff like power and then one other cable. Okay, so I've tried to set this up so that you can see this, the insides as well as the screen and the little thing that tells us how much power it's using, and I'm going to switch it on now. Okay, so it's switched on straight away. I haven't pressed this power button and we've got 3.2 gigahertz on the screen. And I'm just going to move this so you can see the full screen. And let's go into the BIOS. Okay, so we're in the BIOS. Got a Pentium 4, 3.2, single channel memory mode, DDR3v3, and let's have a look at hardware monitor. So CPU temperature, that is what we're interested in. Currently at 39. It's quite loud. It works, but will it overheat? That is the issue with the heatsink not fully attached. Got a date of 2003 at the bottom. Okay, let's see if it boots from the drive. Okay, start Windows normally. And we're booting into Windows XP. So this might be bringing back some memories for some people. Windows Security Center, firewall, automatic updates, etc., virus protection. We've also got Zone Alarm. And yeah, AV Rack, AVG3, Asus Wireless LAN Control Center, Firefox MSN Explorer. Does anybody remember that? And let's just go into Task Manager. The PC is using about 110 watts now. And we have got hyper-threading. So the Pentium 4 is a single core processor, but with hyper-threading enabled, it shows as two different cores here, and Windows XP is using 327 megabytes. And this is wireless network and local area. They're not connected, but yeah, it's interesting to see. Yeah. And the classic wallpaper. So yeah, probably won't run this for much longer. It's quite loud. Don't know how the temperature of the CPU is gonna, whether that's gonna increase. But let's just see if they work. Oh, we've got a disc in there. Sonic DVD or something. Whoops, that was a Sonic My DVD disc. That's a rewriter. When they were transitioning from sort of beige computers to silver and other colours, they would put these covers to hide the original colour of the drives. Because you could get different colour drives, but most of them were just silver. I mean, beige and then black. And it's much easier for manufacturers to just do this. Cover them up. Got a silver memory card reader. And yes, I think this is quite a nice system overall. And it's a real shame about the heatsink clips. If that wasn't an issue, this could just have a fresh install of Windows XP and be up and running as a gaming system. Okay, let's switch this off. Watch this fade to grey. And I think we'll end the video there. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, etc. if you got this far. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, make sure you come back for the next one. Bye for now. This PC has another interesting feature where you switch it off and then it switches itself back on again. So yeah, a few more issues than we'd like to see. I've had it running for, I don't know, about half an hour, and the temperature's gone up to about 60, which is probably alright, but yeah, not ideal, the current state. Okay, bye.